Hi, welcome back to Rebecca's Travels. Today I'm going to be doing another hot or not video. This time it's on Greece. So let's jump right into it. Now, for most of the Greek islands that I've visited, they've been fantastic holidays, in my opinion, and my family's opinion as well. Um, we went self-catering in Crete, in a very quiet fishing village called Sissi. Again, the apartment had a few facilities, just mainly an outdoor pool, and probably like a paddling pool for younger children, but again, it wasn't far from like the harbour, and that was pretty to see. Again, the apartments didn't have a huge range of facilities, just really a swimming pool. It also had a place where you could have breakfast, like a restaurant, cafe, but again it was self-catering apartments, and yes, the apartments were nice, but again, just generally very basic apartments. They were nice though, but again, it was located a long way from the beach, or a beach, so you would have to go in the cart to the beach, but again in Crete, as a resort, it did have some bars, but again generally low-key entertainment. We did go to a fantastic Greek folklore night, where we had a meal and seen some Greek dancing, which was fantastic to go and watch and see, from what I can remember. Again, we did hire a car on that holiday for 3 days. Again, in Greece it's more expensive than Spain for car hire, so we could only afford to have it for 3 days, even though we went to the fantastic Carnival Museum, and we went there. We went to other places in the mountains, which was great to visit, and yes, again, the lively resorts are Malia or Heraclion. We stayed at Heraclion. Well, we didn't stay there, but we landed at Heraclion Airport, and we went from Birmingham International Airport, and we went with Air Tours, the tour operator at the time. So yes, what I would say is, again, if you want to explore Greece out of season, then again, if you want it less busy or cooler, then I would say go in, say, April, May time, or September, October time, and it's a lot cooler. Well, it's still warm, but it's not as hot, because in the summer it can get red hot again in Greece. In general, Corfu once was like over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was just like so hot in the summer, and at night with Greece it is very cool, so again, it's a good idea to bring a cardigan or a jumper or something at night, or something to throw over yourself at night, like a shawl or whatever. That's what I would advise, because it can get cold, especially the second week at Corfu, when we went when we stayed in the resort, Masongi Beach hotel. Again, that was a fantastic hotel with lots of facilities. Again, it was a 3-star hotel, but and it was on the beach, and again, it was that hotel that you could go into Masongi Village for more of a quiet time if you want, or if you wanted a lively night out, then you could go to Moritika resort, which is very lively, full of shops and bars, nightclubs, restaurants. But Masongi Village, again, it does have some shops, cafes and restaurants, but it's a lot more low key. Again, you could get a lot of souvenir shops again. In basically all the resorts in Greece that I've been to, like Triana, Rhodes, Argasi, in Zakynthos, and Sissi, although probably not so many in Sissi, but you can get you could get some shops that again sell souvenirs, and also at Moritika and Masongi Village in Corfu. Again, we had the car for 3 days in Corfu, and we visited the northern resort of Cassiopeia, which again is a quiet town or quiet village. It's very pretty, has a beautiful beach, and we went to resorts such as Corfu Town, Dassa and Kavos as well. Kavos again is the liveliest resort in Corfu. It is the quieter part at Aspro Kavos, and in Corfu we went for a barbecue and on a boat to mainland Greece, which was a fantastic, amazing experience. In my opinion. And yes, again, a lot of entertainment in that hotel, with a Snapdragon club, a hotel mini club, arcade games, all sorts. So to be fair, even if it was wet weather there, then you would still have arcade games and the hotel's mini club that has indoor facilities, so even if you did get it excuse me, my throat's not very good, it wouldn't be a loss to you if you went in that hotel, which again many resorts, especially in Greece and other places such as Spain, do rely on the weather being hot and or at least reasonable, not raining, to do activities. But again, if it was wet, then you could again go to the game centre or go into, like, send the children into a mini club if you've got any children. Also, tour operators do clubs as well. So yes, again it was fantastic. Again, lots of evening entertainment and as well as daytime entertainment for adults and children. Again, children's disco in the daytime, then a normal nightclub disco in the more, well, in the Masongi Beach Hotel, because it also had a nightclub, indoor nightclub, so if it did start raining, then again you would have the indoor nightclub at night, so it to go in, which it may have done one night, which is why they opened the indoor nightclub for us. So yes, I would definitely recommend that place at Corfu. Again, it was one of my favourite holidays that I've been on with my family. My brother enjoyed it as well, and mum and dad did. So I'd definitely recommend Corfu. As for roads, again, Falarak is its liveliest resort. It also has a beautiful beach. We stayed at Soros, and again it did have one nightclub and a few bars, but we went out of season, so it was low key, but again we went in a hotel, and it was a fantastic hotel from what I can remember, and it was on the beach, lots of facilities, lots of entertainment, which was fantastic in the evening and daytime. Again, we hired a car, and again went to Falaraki and Lindos, and Colossus is near resorts such as Trianda and Ixa, We also went to Town as well, which again is a lovely town to visit, and again it's a lively night there, a lively place as well. And again, lots of water sports going on. Again, in Corfu, Masongi Moratika, where we stayed, and also Zakynthos, Argosy, and Lagoma. They had both a lot of like water sports, and when we went to Zakynthos Island, at both Argosy and Lagoma was very lively resorts at night, especially Lagoma. Kalamaki, it had like 1 or 2 nightclubs or like bars area, but it had a beautiful beach at Kalamaki, which was very nice, but it was generally a low-key area compared to neighbouring Lagunas and Argosy. Zakynthos Town, that was very quiet as well at night. We expected it to be much livelier, but it was quiet. So, and again, if you're looking for quiet resorts on different Greek islands, there's again Sissi, where we went to in Crete, and if you went to other resorts such as I think Skelos or Giorgio Nicholas, again there, or something Nicholas, from what I can remember, which is again in the mountains. They're like a lot more quieter, and in Crete, if you like lively resorts, then again it's Heraclion and Raymonde and Malaga, and in Corfu it's Moratika, Benixes, Corfu town, and the lively famous Kavos. If you like it a lot quieter, then it's Cassiopeia, Sedaria, Aspro Kavos, which is the quieter end of Kavos, obviously Masongi village itself, and Zakynthos, again quieter resorts would be Kalamaki, to stay in on, say, Zakynthos towns, quiet, even though it is the main town. It can get busy during the day, but night time it's quiet compared to, say, Argosy and Lagoma. Again, if you want lively, busy resorts, then Argosy, Lagoma, in Zakynthos. Also, there's other quieter resorts. Again, you can read them up in your brochure to see what ones are right for you, and also in Rhodes, Ballarat is the liveliest resort and roads town, and like Ixa, Trianda and Phothos, where we stayed, again is a lot quieter, even though in Phothos we did have like the odd disco, but it would be a bit like Kalamaki, just a few bars and the odd disco, rather than lots of bars and discos to choose from. Again, there's lots of resorts that do water sports. Again, you can get trips where if you basically either pre-book them before you go on holiday with your travel agent or online, etc., or over the telephone, whatever way is your preferred way of booking, or you could book with the hotel representative. Same with car hire, you can do it out there if you wish. And again, you can also basically pre-book before you go if you wish, or again you can do it with a representative. Sometimes they might put your tour operator free blanket trip, where you just get to see like the area for half a day. Mum and Dad have been on I think one or two of those, not in Greece but in Spain. So yes, as a whole I would definitely recommend Greece. Again, it has a variety of accommodation for hotels, which is like room only, bed and breakfast, half board or full board, all inclusive, or you could stay in apartments or studios, bungalows, villas, holiday villages. So again, there's a variety of accommodation. Again, if you read up about your accommodation or your resort, or where your accommodation is near before you go, then you'll have a good idea of what it's going to be like before you go. And again, the hotels that I've stayed in, like at the Masongi Beach, the Captain's Hotel, and the hotel that we stayed in Rhodes, again was fantastic, again amazing. Standard of accommodation, in my opinion, and all served fantastic food, and again we had a buffet breakfast, and at night time, well, a variety of to choose from, which again is good, especially if you're like my brother and myself, who were like quite fussy eaters. So we weren't again the best eaters as children. So again, they cater for variety. Again, if you have any special dietary needs, then let the travel agent, let the hotel know beforehand, so they can fix it beforehand. Say if you wanted a meal on the plane or etc. Or again, you could there's lots to choose from at restaurants and cafes throughout Greece, and supermarkets if you want to cook your own. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you in my next travel video, which is going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be on East Sussex, basically a hot or not video in the UK on East Sussex. So I'll be talking about overall Eastbourne, Brighton, Hastings and Rye, places there where I've visited in East Sussex. So please keep watching. I love you all. You all mean the world to me, and again, if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button. I do videos at least 4 times a week, so please keep watching. Thank you. Bye.